teams. It's just that the conditions that came in for the side of Cignal Ultra really did fill the script by the time we went to late game.
Exactly. Well said, Butters. But now, it's gonna be it for both of teams. Match point for both of them. Whoever wins this one will directly be going into our semifinals, be going against the winner of the following series. That's gonna be Blacklist International versus Omega. But now, let's talk about who will be the one to qualify first onto the semifinals. One game away for them to secure that slot. First ban here for Execration is still gonna be the Hilda. Something to note what they did, or rather Cignal Ultra did during game number 1. Still a permanent ban for Cignal Ultra. Benny Cutie's Cho, they don't ever wanted to face that here onto the MPL Season 6 playoffs. And the Valier. Looks like Execration did really recognize ImaDJ's Valier, the way he actually worked it out, and as well with the ban for the Roger. So we've been seeing here, ladies and gentlemen, the heroes that's been working well for both of the teams. Hilda, Valier for the side of Cignal, and as well with, well, we didn't see the Cho because that's a no-brainer. The Cho is one of the best heroes of Benny Cutie, but Roger is a very versatile pick for the side of Execration if ever they do get the hands on it, since both of their cores could be able to play it, Hate and Benny Cutie as well.
Okay, so clearly for the side of Cignal Ultra, they're just banning out that Cho as much as possible. They don't want it to go to the hands of Benny.
Yes.
They don't want it to go to the hands of Sagitnu. It's just well, Chaknu as well is there, so they have to really look at it in a way where that Cho is not going to be present at any game here for the side of Execration. For Cignal Ultra, for Execration, rather, they don't want that Hilda. Hilda gave them a lot of trouble into the game number 1.
Yes.
So what they're doing right now is just they're trying to make it possible for the side of Execration to just breathe a bit in the early game. Now,
Uranus is open, and this is the same thing that they were on the blue side a couple of games earlier. They're actually thinking about it, the Uranus for Sagitnu, which worked wonders for them during, I guess that was game number 2. And this is what almost the same ban that Cignal Ultra did. If ever they are not on the first pick, they don't want to give the option for Execration to take the link.
yeah, man, it's a clear mechanic in where you just want the other team to get one good hero, but onto your side, you get 2 heroes in the process. So right now, you can get the Khalid, you can get the Thams. You can secure that placement up and just try to get as much heroes as possible here for the side of Cignal Ultra. They get the Harith. Will they get a Khalid or will they get a Kufra? Oh, they get a Esmeralda. Okay, it's
this is
safe.
a deny pick.
But I think they committed way
too much,
too early here.
Yeah.
You put yourself in an area where your possible damage output is heavily relying on magic.
Yes, it is. It is. And also, I was thinking here for Execration, will they be committing for another Lancelot here? Because if they won't pick it here, it's gonna get banned, and Hate will left out with very awkward heroes such as like Lunox. Or rather, will they take a hero here for Execration? That's gonna be the question. But the Basha and the Hellcurt is here. So this is something at least new for the side of Execration, because they don't want to risk it to get banned.
It's good against mage heroes.
It is.
It's good against mage heroes. Even if you go to the Zaman Force, the Harith could get popped in a heartbeat with that Hellcurt, because that's a thing with Harith. If Harith can move left and right, he gets the extra shields, and that means he's sustainable in the coming fights. But when you come with a Petrify and you just hit him straight with a Deadly Poison Stinger at max stacks, it's over for that Harith. But they get a 1-1. And they get the stable 2 mage setup onto the mid and the side lane.
Yes.
And what they do is they put that 1-1 to the gold lane. Right now, I'm really curious of what tanks will Cignal Ultra get?
Yes, and that gonna be a priority ban definitely for Execration. They might want to remove the Kufra for Cignal Ultra. Now, we've been seeing the way Cignal Ultra wanted this to happen is that the Harriet definitely gonna take on to the mid game. So thus the 1-1 will have his space and time to be able to farm his items. We could be able to say that Chujin didn't work so well on his 1-1 earlier, but now what the question is, here, what's gonna be his hero? Definitely that might be a mage, and the mage that's only available right now is most likely a Lunox. Definitely, well, the Harriet has been taken. What are the other mages do you think, Butters, that's gonna be going for Execration right now? Would you think Hate will take the Lunox here?
They could. I mean, one of the heroes that actually has a upper hand against a Harith is a Lunox, because you don't have any skill shots with Lunox.
And yeah, regardless of the dashes that this Harriet can do, just spam your Chaos Bolt with it. Yeah, I really like that one, and as well with the Basha pick here for the side of Execration. They've been tanky. Now they want to. I mean, Execration need to ban a tank here. They really need to remove a tank.
Yeah, they're gonna ban out a tank. I think Kufra is one of those heroes that you'd want to take out. Are they gonna just? Oh well, Leo Mord here for the side of Execration. They do not want that on the other team's side. I mean, it worked wonders for the Cignal Ultra side on game number 4. But for game number 5, you don't want Execration just picking that up. You literally have a lot of chase potential on that 1-1, and 1-1 will never feel safe. But Rob, now that you've mentioned it, in terms of tanks, there is a lot of space for Cignal Ultra here to just pick the tank that they want. I feel that Akai is going to be a go-to hero here for the side of Cignal Ultra, because as far as I remember, Hellkurt is going to be the...
You read it right. You read it right. I mean, Akai would just definitely give the Hellkurt a hard time going in.
Because for those who don't know, Dark Knight Falls will be popped, and Akai will just stay near the mages here. So what he does is when he sees the first sight of Hellkurt, he just uses the Hurricane Dance and push Hellkurt as far as possible. Therefore, he cannot use his combination of Deadly Poison Stingers, Petrify, and the Blink that easily.
Yes.
So you offset a lot of the Hellkurt's damage, and probably Hellkurt won't have any more tricks up his sleeve to get near the enemy. Kufra is the pick here for the side of Cignal Ultra. They really wanted an Akai at this point, but Kufra is going to be their go-to pick.
It was still gonna work, and I really like how you point out that Akai. History already been we've been seeing that countless of time that Hellkurt will actually gets negated. I mean, the Dark Knight Falls together with all his shenanigans, Petrify, and as well with the Burst will not pull off if the Akai is available on the draft. Now, what we're looking here for the side of Execration is a mage on the mid lane, and as well as, this might not be a tank, but it's a Farsa for Eto Max and a Claude for Hate. So basically, there's gonna be a mid lane Claude, unlike what Cignal Ultra did earlier with the Avarice. So this gonna be a damage, or rather, gonna sting for sure, Claude. But now Rhea. What is lacking here for the side of Cignal? This probably a fighter, and it's not. This gonna be a different type of strategy on is going into mid game. This is a lineup that's been designed to work on early to mid game and focusing on Harriet, pushing down turrets, going in and being very aggressive. And will this work? That's gonna be the question, Butters.
Cignal Ultra here, they had enough freedom with the Rafaela on their side. You have the Rafaela on your side. What does that mean? What is the importance of that Rafaela? Rafaela gives you a lot of options to re-engage, engage, or disengage.
Yes.
That is how the Rafaela works, especially the heals. And with this, you can actually, you don't have to, you know, go for the face checks with the Rafaela, because you can just keep on spamming that first skill. It doesn't really take a lot of mana, and you can just keep on spamming it. In terms of just slowing them down, just get the stacks onto the side of Execration, and it will really help you. The stun is there. It's a good way to control the Hellcurt, because you don't really
Just
have
like
to
winning 4 series in a row, getting that lead. And like we said, your points, your place on the regular season somehow doesn't matter going into the playoffs, because this is a different story.
Yeah, Hate here showing that alter ego sticker. Tujin getting hit by that Cignal first skill. Doesn't really matter. He starts it fast. He wants to go for that clear as fast as possible here for 1-1, and he wants to take those last hits. He knows that he gets extra gold for that. And for these marksmen, you would want to go for the last hits.
Yes, I agree. And what's something different Execration did right now is that they are not placing the Claude onto the gold lane. They're really actually making him going into the experience lane, probably to get his ultimate faster and have the Uranus, his item, quicker. So they could be able to attack, or at least be a nuisance on the top lane and cut lanes for the side of Execration.
As long as they can they can stop Execration from getting the farm that Hate needs, or the pickups that Hate needs in the early stages of the game. Hades forced out to use that flicker. Hades here with a chrono dash. Will he get out? This could be a kill for Cignal if he just goes for it. But knowing that no, Hades really needed the backup, he just gets away with it. And right now, Etomax gets popped, and that is going to be the Rafaela. The next target here, Cignal going in with the wheel, and that is a support for a support.
Yes, at least they did manage to get a kill. What a timing that Cignal was just right there. But now they've been spotting it that orange buff has not been taken down by Cignal Ultra, and that might be the case for Execration for contention. And I really like how Execration is doing it for the Claude, putting him onto the bottom lane regardless of what lane it is. And Cignal, with the Cyclone Eye rolling in, will they be able to cancel this orange buff for the Harriet? But he's actually too deep in this one.
And this is the fight happening. Zaman Force will be placed. They go for Cignal first. Cignal will go down as Baksha doesn't really have enough tankiness at early stages of the game. Etomax doesn't have the feathered airstrike. He uses that wings by wings to scare people off, but he didn't really have that feathered airstrike.
Ooh!
And they go straight for the Rafaela and Hate here. Things are looking great for this guy.
Yes, for Execration indeed. And this is gonna happen time and time again. I mean, we've said that this lineup for Cignal Ultra is set to win the early game. And that's not what's happening for them right now. It's because the aggression coming from Execration is just giving the Cignal Ultra a hard time. Even Hades here. Will he? Oh my god!
Hades, he didn't really use the retribution because he knows that something is happening onto the bottom lane, and the turtle has been slain. He should have just used it. And they punish Hellcurt for this, but here comes Cavalry. Cignal here getting that kill. Will he make it too? Zaman Force will be thrown out to zone out people. Imba DJ gets taken down 3 times already in a span of 4 minutes. Well, almost 4 minutes.
Definitely, and we've seen Hades use his Zaman Force and not try to go in because the purple buff has already been there. And he actually knows it's going to be a losing battle if he actually fight it off. And looks like Execration has a very commanding lead here on game number 5.
And clearly, Cignal Ultra here needs to cover a lot of ground here for what happened in that certain set of that certain sequence that happened here on their lineup. Hades catching out Cignal. He really wanted to go for it, but the Zaman Force won't be thrown out. It won't be forced out because Bensanity, he knew that they couldn't really jump on Uranus there.
Yes, still Hades holding it on, but Sagitnu being very confident going in with Hades there, and Shaqnu still doing what he does best, zoning out Cignal, Ultra, and spotting up all the vision and giving it to Execration. Now, it looks like, well, it's 2,000 lead for Execration, but still, the question is, Benny Cutie is left here untouched. Well, both of them with together with the Esmeralda, but I guess Execration will take it anytime, any day. That better airstrike will just melt Ben's sanity around, and together with Imba DJ, it's gonna be Hades left here with the Zaman Force just to get out here onto the middle lane. Will he be able to defend this one? I guess not, because Execration will be taking it down, and look at Uranus onto the top lane. He's just cutting it out for Chujin. Doesn't even matter because this 1-1 doesn't have damage at all here on the early game.
And Execration here doing a great job. They're getting the wins that they need. In terms of the early game, they want to finish this early, even though they have this Benny Cutie Claude. I mean, at this point, when you're controlling it, you have a lot of options to just control the game. And Bensanity here catches Etomax. Etomax has something in mind. He doesn't go down. Bensanity here is the next target. They scratch that turret first, then they go straight for Imba DJ. Hate didn't really have anything at that point. He didn't even have Petrify, and he will just get away.
Yes, oh my god, this Rafaela is not doing what it's meant to do here for Cignal Ultra. Basically, he's just not really dragging down, but he's actually not doing anything at this point.
And if you can see, Rob, I think the damage output really, the first two picks on the damage output here onto the side of Cignal Ultra, the Esmeralda and the Harriet, it really hurt them in terms of the itemization here of Chaknu. And they get that pick off on that Farsa, step in the right direction. Let us see, will they go for the chase?
Yes, they actually went inside the bush, Butters, but it's looked like Execration just going out, getting that Cyclone Eye, and just call it for another day. But, ladies and gentlemen, Benny Cutie here, left untouched and be able to bring down here, but going in, together with Hate, going in for the Esmeralda. Will they be able to pull it off? They're not going to be killing it right now. And here comes the Cignal Ultra squad.
Benny Hate getting caught out. He doesn't have the blink. But Benny Cutie has damage. He goes straight for Bensanity. He wants to fight this. And Chaknu, the Chak block, ladies and gentlemen.
That was, he's actually been zoning out 3 members of Cignal Ultra. Benny Cutie still alive for that engagement and might take another turret here for Cignal Ultra. Oh my god, Cignal Ultra is slowly crumbling onto game number 5. Barely touching any towers for Execration. So does the turtle. This might be another one for in the bag for Execration.
And they throw out that stun. And look at this, Chujin, they get blocked. The enemies get blocked from reaching Chujin, but Benny Cutie here onto the sidelines. Crossbow of Tang is there. The marksmen going at it with their ultimates. And here is the collapse. Rhea here trying his best, ladies and gentlemen, to stop the bleeding, but they couldn't really get anything. Hate right now feeling very confident with the TPs, the recalls, everything in between. And Execration, they look to end this game right here, right now.
Yes, and they could be able to do it. So, with the 7,000 lead, with the Gillette instant replay, hashtag shave the day. Look at how Execration did manage to chase down Cignal Ultra. Look at that. With the sustained kind of lineup of Cignal, it's not enough. Even the Crow of Tang, that's even a lot of damage from there. And now it's up for Cignal Ultra to hold it on and try to have their 1-1 to somehow get more items to be able to scale down or at least chip down the armors coming from Execration, and they're been very, very tanky at this point. So does Chaknu and Sagitnu been able to soak up a lot of damage what is Cignal Ultra been throwing at them.
Okay, so now Rob, for the side of Cignal Ultra, they have to stall the game.
They do.
They need the late game in order for them to win this game. For Execration, just keep doing what you're doing right now. Because what you're doing right now is really working for your side. But in terms of scaling, even with the Claude right there up your sleeve, you have the Esmeralda on your side. You have that Harith on your side. So in terms of getting the late game, it's possible for you guys to turn the script, to turn the tables on the side of Execration.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with you, Butter. Cignal Ultra still has it, but it's gonna be a high hill to climb right now. It's gonna be more than like a 5 or 10 minute hold, and probably they might give it this first Lord since this still not a Luminous Lord. They not be able to contest this one, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. They've been very confident, not even having the Claude to take down this first Lord for the side of Cignal Ultra. Now, what's gonna be happening? I mean, what is gonna be the perfect scenario for Cignal Ultra, guys? Is that Hate might not be able to burst out anyone with Cignal, or he might actually get picked up and leave Benny Cutie on as the damage dealer for Execration. But tanky wise, oh my god.
Okay.
Cignal.
Cignal uses the Purify. And they can, okay, Cignal Ultra, they're doing the right thing right now. They are just turtling. And one thing that you can do to stop the bleeding coming out here from your side is to just stay together and try to push back the minions. Just try to punish them when they go in.
Yes.
Ben Sanity here, he has a lot of his sleeves. He needs to make the most out of this. And Hate going in, he tries to go for the Deadly Poison Stinger. Benny Cutie dealing so much damage. And they don't have enough, they don't have their ultimates anymore.
Yes, they don't have their ultimate, but they don't have their tower as well onto the mid lane. But still, Execration still trying to push it out. And
oh my god, Eto Max!
That damage from the feathered airstrike, just one pop, almost half HP.
Cignal
Cignal is way too deep into the base of Cignal Ultra, but it's all worth it. Because another turret down for Cignal Ultra, but
Cignal going down. Will he go down? Oh, look at
there's one more witness. Oh!
Crossbow of Tang! Crossbow of Tang! It doesn't really make the cut. It does. Oh! He takes down 1-1. Ben Sanity. Well, not Ben Sanity, but Benny Cutie clearing up shop. And Hades here trying to defend the turrets. They go back onto the defensive. They tried to punish them at that point on. I like the risk taking that Cignal Ultra is doing here, but Execration, they look cool, calm, and collected. And look at this. Execration, calmado.
Calmado. They might actually had the calmado calmness of Cignal Ultra right now as they are
Hades
chipping away.
Oh!
Forced to kill Hate, but was that gonna be enough? That's gonna be the question. Because they're going
here comes the push. Can Cignal Ultra pull them back? Benny Cutie here, crossbow of Tang. Benny Cutie will go down, and this might be something. This seems so familiar, ladies and gentlemen.
They are still in the game. They're not giving it away so easily for Execration. Cignal Ultra still alive. 13 minutes in. Chojin still don't want it. And going in, they might actually pull it off.
Cignal Purify. Chojin here really wants to fight.
Oh, Butters. Look at Rhea. Might actually jump here with a Falling Star Moon.
And they get it. Chojin going in for Eto Max. Eto Max here getting hit by the crossbow of Tang. He really wants blood. Chojin going in. Is this the right thing to do though? You are chased down by 2 of the side laners. Well, that is one side lane and one tank. I'm sorry about that. But Rhea doesn't really care. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Execration. They cannot close out this game.
They cannot be able to close. They really need to have the Lord. They already took down all the objectives aside from the base, definitely. But they need to wait it out. They don't want to rush this one. They already had this game. You wouldn't want to be the one to lose this, getting this very, very much ahead. Now, Chojin showing off, giving life for the team. And now Execration do know that, and they might want to punish Chojin and get him, or at least remove him from the equation on team fights.
Cignal just doing the Cignal things, the Chak block. As people say it, eto Max here. He's the first one to go down. This is a 4v5 situation. Sagitnu getting chased down by Chujin. And Bensanity making the plays. Execration right now. They really have to make the most out of this. They're losing touch of the game.
Yes, I mean, that feathered airstrike was very risky. I mean, using your ultimate into the middle of the Lord Pit, that was just asking for, I mean, that was a suicide, to be honest. Just asking for Cignal Ultra, kill me and take me now.
And look at this, Cignal on the other side of the map, and they are just going for this guy. Benny Cutie there using the Blazing Duet, and the Hades will just go down. Hate here, next target. Couple of Tang is there, and that is going to be the knock-up. Chujin here, will he go down? Yes, he will, in just a bit. And look at this, who gets it? That's Benny Cutie.
Oh.
Benny Cutie gets the Lord, and look at this, Sagitnu going straight in for the base. Will they stop this right here, right now? Will they end this? Could they end this? Yes, they will! Execration!